Hello guys, my name is 711 and welcome to the first week of the Pokemon Battle Association Season 5. This week we are battling Sean, and if you look at his team for a moment, you see two really big threats in combination with each other. We see Hippowdon and Excadrill, and that's really scary in and of itself. Not to mention that he has a Togekiss, which can flinch everything to death. Not to mention that he has a Latios, and you never know what Latios is going to do, per se. So he has a very threatening team. Of course, Rotom, Heat, and Excelgor can have can cause issues as well. But if you look at his team, it's really scary. If you look at my team, it's really scary. I'm bringing Bronson, Demon, Pierre, Mailman, Solar Panel, and Doomdra. So, by the way, Sean is the guy who has been on my channel 3 times already. This is the 4th time that Sean's been on my channel. He beat me in the Uber's Pokemon Association. He beat me in the Pokemon Battle Association Season 4. And he was on my channel about a week or so ago in the Battle Royale free-for-all. He's the guy that brought the Alolan Raichu, the Alolan Doug Trio, and the Minior. So that's pretty cool. So that's about all I have to say for now. So let's jump into this battle. Now, I decide that I want to lead off with Pierre because Pierre has Sticky Web, which will really help against that Excadrill sweep, and so I want to see what's going to happen. So he sends out J Canada, his shiny Togekiss, and so what does he do? He goes right away for the Air Slash, no Thunder Wave or anything. He goes straight for the Air Slash. 60% chance to flinch, and I don't get flinched, and I get the Sticky Web up. And I know that he's going to go for Air Slash again, so I use my priority move, Aqua Jet, get a little bit of chip damage on J Canada before Pierre goes down. So Pierre does go down. Where are you? There you are. Pierre goes down, and I send in the Necrozma because the Necrozma is scary and likes to scare things away. This Togekiss is not scared at all, goes for the Air Slash, and does get that 60% chance to flinch. Seeing those leftovers means that I could eventually live a whole nother Air Slash later on. And so he switches, goes out into Mr. Shelmet, and here is a really big play, guys. I am going to have to back this up. So I'm Morning Sun on that switch. I'm going to have to back this up to explain my thought process. Here's the situation for you guys, is that this Excelgor one-hit KOs Necrozma with a Bug Buzz, because it's super effective, stab, modest, and life orb. It would behoove me to switch into Clefable here, and therefore it would be good for him to go for Sludge Bomb, but I predicted that. Another thing that I'd like to point out is that Bronson, the Necrozma, does not have any attacking moves. It has Substitute, Morning Sun, Toxic, and Stealth Rock, so even if he does click Bug Buzz, it's not the end of the world for me. So he goes for Sludge Bomb, and Bronson gets poisoned. That's not all that important. And we see that this is a Life Orb Shelmet, and I do set my rocks. That is really key, because he has 3 Pokemon that are weak to Stealth Rock, and now that Sticky Webs are up, that is going to be really helpful toward winning this battle. Bug Buzz one-shots Bronson even without that extra Sludge Bomb damage, and now I am in a tight spot. This is a 4-6 battle, and so I send out Solar Panel. Solar Panel scares everything, and I decided to go for a Hyper Voice because Hyper Voice hits everything for at least some damage. So I go for the Hyper Voice here, and what do you know? Solar Panel's at base 109 speed, Latios is at base 110 speed, so it is going to be faster, and I switch to preserve it. And I go into Demon expecting either a Draco Meteor or a Psychic, and I can hit either one. Demon is especially defensive this week, and that Choice Scarf is really, really going to be annoying. That Babiri Berry was for the Excadrill. And so now Overcooked comes out, and I have Moonblast and Flamethrower on Demon, so I am Choice Scarf, I go in and I use Flamethrower. As you can see, that does not do a whole lot of damage. So he Volt Switches right here, and I stay in. I think I go for Flamethrower again. Yeah, I go for Flamethrower again, and Jay Canada's hand. Look at this Stealth Rock damage. Oh, that is wonderful. So, Flamethrower hits the Togekiss and does not do as much as I hoped. I mean, I'm not even set up with Calm Minds. I think that my moveset was Calm Mind, Moonblast, Flinch, Flamethrower, and Calm Mind. Did I say Soft Boiled? Soft Boiled, Calm Mind, Flamethrower, Moonblast. So I switch to Preserve Demon, and there's another Air Slash. And Solar Panel eats that relatively well. And Togekiss switches, which is really awesome. And DMX, the Excadrill, comes in, and I went for Thunderbolt. Sticky Web is going to slow down the Excadrill, so I'm definitely faster. Thunderbolt does nothing. Pointed Rocks hurt the Excadrill, and I go for my Life Orb Surf. And I calculated that this is a roll to kill, and I did not get the roll. Sean said later on that Excadrill has a little bit of HP investment, so it's still a roll, and Solar Panel goes down. So this is not looking good for me in the slightest. Because now this is a 3-to-5 battle. Excadrill goes down to its own Life Orb. And so I go into Goodra because Goodra can handle anything that comes out. Anything that comes out. So Mr. Shelmet comes in, it's a lot of Life Orb damage or Stealth Rock damage, and is slow because of that Sticky Web. And this proves that this is a modest instead of timid Mr. Shelmet. Bug Buzz is going to do a good bit to Doomdra, more than I thought. But again, Life Orb, and that is the doom of Excelgor, Mr. Shelmet. So Excelgor goes down. Now, Doomdra is holding the Haban Berry for a Draco Meteor Latios, but it already took enough chip damage where it was not going to live anyway. So I switch in the Demon, and that forces a switch. And Overcooked comes in and takes more Stealth Rock damage. I go for the Soft Boiled. I am Choice Scarfed, and I go for Soft Boiled. And as you can see later on, that is actually what helps me win this battle. So I switch. Doomdra comes in because Doomdra can really take anything this Rotom deals out, even if it's Inferno Overdrive. So Rotom Heat can only get one Fire-type move, Overheat. And so this is a Z Overheat, Inferno Drive. And this does crazy animations. There's a big explosion on the field. And that only did about 40% or so. So that's great. Or maybe even 35. So I went for Muddy Water. And that takes out the Rotom Heat. Now I am finally getting back into this battle. It is 3-3. I've been down for pretty much the whole part of the battle, even though those Stealth Rocks are helping every single time he switches. So this time, there's a Dazzling Gleam, and that does take out Doomdra. Doomdra, you did your your part, man. You took out the Rotom Heat, and you brought Excelgor down so where it dies to its own life orb. So Mailman is here, and Mailman is Choice Scarf because Mailman does not naturally outspeed Excadrill, and in case Excadrill was in the sand, Mailman would have to outspeed, so it has to be Scarfed. But this Togekiss is also Scarfed, and it went for Dazzling Gleam. And so Togekiss goes down to the Surf in the rain. Now, in comes Gloria, and what is Gloria going to do? Gloria's going to get slowed down and hurt by the rocks, and get rid of my rain. I'm going to get rid of my rain. So I go for the Surf, and Surf does a large amount. If there was still rain, then that definitely was going to take out Gloria. But Mailman, you did your job in taking out the Togekiss. So Hippo goes, yeah, not Hippo. Not yet. Pelipper. Mailman goes down. So Demon is in here and is obviously faster than Hippowdon. Hippowdon goes down. And all that's left is Clefable against Latios. A weakened Latios in the sand. I am Magic Guard, so the sand I could care less about. He goes for Thunderbolt. That doesn't do anything because I'm specially defensive. Full special defense. And the Moonblast easily takes out the Latios. And I have a 1-0 victory for Week 1 of PBA Season 5. Interesting fact is, although I won with only the Demon surviving, Sean actually had more knockouts. I really only knocked out 4 of Sean's Pokemon because Excadrill and Excelgor both went down to their own Life Orb damage, while all five of my Pokemon that went down, Pierre, Doomdra, Solar Panel, Mailman, and Bronson, they all went down clean kills. So that was a really interesting battle, and I got my revenge. Sean beat me in the Uber's Pokemon Association, and he beat me in the last season of the PBA. And so I finally beat Sean. Yay me! And so that's a really nice win to start off the season, and hopefully I can get a couple more wins and make playoffs. So thank you guys so much for watching, and Sean, you battled very well. I'd say we both battled very well. The Trick Choice Scarf onto Clefable, that was pretty smart. That was pretty good preparation on your part. But yeah, we both played very well. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this battle, then like this video, comment on this video, share it with your friends, and click subscribe if you haven't already. And on that, I will see you guys later. Peace.